All right, thank you all so very much for joining us again. Today we're going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Better late than ugly, Kenya. Today we're going to be talking about sisters reconciling, OGs reconciling, more tardy for the party drama. I love. Wardrobe malfunctions, Peaches crying, Marlo loses her acid reflux. Kandi gets number 69 as she arrives. Kenya officially arrives tardy for Sanya's party, and Sheree is honored. Michelle.
Yes. So this episode started off with how y'all doing, by the way?
Good.
Y'all doing good? All right. So Sheree, she got fibroids or whatever, and she's going to acupuncture to help, I guess, relieve some of the issues with the fibroids. And did y'all know Sheree had a sister? I had no idea, but her sister made an appearance, and she was beautiful as well. But so she's getting it, freaking out of these acupuncture needles. Have y'all ever done acupuncture? Me
No,
either. I hear it works though. I hear it works. Like
I'm a
I've heard.
basic
I've
bitch.
heard nothing great things about it.
Yeah. So I said one day I'll try it, but all I know is on Twitter they were like killing Sheree because they were like, not her acting like she's scared of needles and she got a whole new face. So apparently,
She showed it. Hold on, wait a minute.
yeah. So apparently, like a face in one of yeah, and it is a little new. And I must say, it does not look better than the old face, unless the swelling needs to come down. But
I think so.
yeah, I will say Sheree was one of beautiful to me, natural looking housewives. Like it didn't seem like she had not a lot of work done, and if she had, it was good work because it wasn't like
Noticeable.
like, can you stop, please, or whatever. So it was good work, but this may have taken it over a little bit. Yeah, dial it back.
So what did she do? It looks kind of
Well,
looks
the
like the
nose
lips.
looked a little different. The lips looked different. She seemed like she may have even done something with the cheek area. You
That's
think?
what I thought, but I wasn't certain.
Yeah. But she
The
said on Watch
fillers.
What Happens Live, she
Everybody
didn't
knows
get
about the fillers.
maybe it is just fillers, but sometimes, I don't know. So they could have just gotten her on day one of the fillers. You know, they got to settle in. So yeah,
She wanted to come fresh. She
right,
Little bow tie.
right.
Brows.
So as they're cycling through the the ladies with the updates, they go to Marlo and she's discussing her date, and he sent her all these roses and a good morning text, and she was like, she feeling kind of scared because she don't want anybody to get real close to her and then basically use her weaknesses to hurt her. And it's interesting she feels like that because that's what she does, uses other people's weaknesses to hurt them, and she feels like people will do that to her because that's what she does. But do y'all think good morning texts are a bad thing?
I love them.
I
And
thought
it's
they were nice, but maybe I don't know, because some people feel like good morning text, like they send them out, like blast out good morning text to all the ladies in their phone. I don't know. I've heard both sides, but I thought they were sweet.
Erica.
I think that we all need to understand, like, if you want something, go get it.
Yeah,
Like, if it's like we're so ready to label people thirsty for being nice and kind,
mm-hmm.
but we completely disregard people when they're being genuine and loving, and wonder why you end up with the assholes who don't send you no good morning text. They
Right,
send you good morning text, they thirsty, or you respond back like you're supposed to and be kind, you're thirsty. It's
yeah,
like in the beginning there shouldn't be a game like that to me.
right.
I think they're great.
Yeah, just be you, because she felt like if she returned his good morning text, he would think he has her. And I'm like, just be
That's
nice.
how
And
he
So
does.
y'all
so
had one date.
so I have a
Yeah, yeah,
question.
but so what if
Her,
he does? He has your attention. That's what he's supposed to have.
so my question, real simple. My simple. Do you think by not responding she was playing games?
Yeah.
It definitely is. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely is a game by not responding. So yeah, and I
This,
mean I hear it's bad out there. The streets are bad, so I don't know, but
I don't know either. But what I do get frustrated about when I hear my friends discuss dating adventures
Mm.
is you hollering all day about what you want, and then when you turn around and you get it, now you don't want it.
Mm.
I want somebody to care. I want somebody to reach out. I want somebody this. First of all, I'm gonna tell you like this: if he's setting a foundation for a certain type of behavior, and that is checking in on you, ain't that what you want?
Yeah, you would think. But I was watching, okay, it's a whole nother show, but Married at First Sight. And this girl, her husband was just like, I just text me and let me know when you get there. And she was just like, that is so controlling. Why do you need to know when I arrive somewhere? And I'm like, I thought that was like sweet. Just let me know you arrived, that you made it safely. Like, I don't know. So some people, it just really depends, I guess, on where you come from, what you've seen before, and what you experienced. But
Your
yeah,
past, yeah.
I agree, but I think some people. This gonna sound so mean, and I don't even care. Some people are kind of broken
yeah.
in a way based on past experiences,
Hmm.
and they apply them to all current experiences that where that you don't know what affection looks like. If you think a man wanting to know that you made it to your destination safely isn't chivalrous and is controlling, don't ask him nothing about what he doing, where he at. Don't expect him to give you none of that information either. But you want to know, right?
Right.
So
So okay, so I didn't want to I didn't want to throw this in because when you all were talking, I immediately started thinking about when I worked on the LSU's campus, and right next to where I was working was the women's center, and the person who was over the women's center, she got mad at me once. It was all in the same setting. I opened the door for some women,
Hmm.
and I said, "Here you go, ladies. I'll open the door for you." She got mad at me for opening the door. She got mad at me for calling them ladies. She said that I was, I, she said, because I worked in diversity, I should not be adhering to um, the patriarchy. And at the time, I didn't even know what patriarchy meant. So
Oh
this is
my.
like 20 years ago. And so, I pulled those same ladies to the side, minus her, and I was like,
Mhm.
were you offended by any of that? And they were like, that girl is tripping. She comes from the East Coast. Don't listen to her. Keep doing what you're doing, boo.
And some people take things overboard. Like to me, if somebody is genuinely, the act is being nice, and if they say something that you may not like or something, because that's a personal thing for her to say, ladies or whatever, just let it go. Now, if they be like, I don't know, because it's something where somebody said females and it went viral and all this kind of stuff. And I think it depends on how you say it, to me, like the context and all this kind of stuff. Are you trying to be mean? Are you trying to, I don't know. It's so many words out there. You just never know which ones you're using. What's the new thing today?
can we take it a step further? People from up north or west or east coming down south, and everybody says boo, baby, child, sweetheart, sugar. And it's like, I'm not your sugar. I'm not your baby. I'm not your girl. If you don't find yourself some business, what you gonna find is your ass set straight. Cause you know you ain't my baby. You gonna be a motherfucker next. Bitch, I was trying to be nice.
Right.
You did something totally different.
Oh my God.
You better respect where you at. You come down south, fix your fucking attitude.
Oh my God.
And you know what? I'm glad you said that because that was my argument to her in the moment. I was like, hey, we're from a different culture. These things are expected
Hmm.
for, men of my age. These women were like 15, 20 years older than me. Like, if I didn't do it, then they would have been talking about me.
Right.
Mhm. You complain about chivalry being dead and you're sitting back and killing it. Hell, I'm a 21st century woman too that want to be respected, but I love me a kind, polite person. I hold
Right.
the door for men and women. If I'm coming out of it, I think it's just genuinely respectful not to let that motherfucker close. You see me coming. Why would you let it close? Hand me the damn door. You ain't got to hold it. The door is well open. It's just kindness. It's almost like we're so far removed as a society from kindness. that everything is crazy, especially in those fast-paced cities.
Mm-hmm.
They need to slow down sometimes. Slow down. Check yourself.
Ooh, okay, so we went on a tangent, but that needs to be said. All right, so they're continuing in their little montage, and so Sanya was up next, and so she's talking about her Mommy Nation charity event where she's trying to raise $50,000, and at this time she finds out that her auctioneer has COVID and had to find somebody else. So her, I guess it's her, the person that works with her, suggested Kenya. And she was just like, my new friend Kenya, whatever. So they called Kenya up, and she agreed to do it.
I ain't mad at her for that. I didn't think it was shady at all.
Which part?
Asking Kenya? In your face. Kenya will play in your face.
Right.
Honestly, I want some. I see how people can look at her, and sometimes I do too, and I'm like, you gonna only be able to be neutral for so long. You're gonna have to pick a side, and I genuinely feel like the side she's picking is wrong, but she's also picking the side that's picking her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a person like that. Like, you may not like who's nice to me, but they're nice to me, so I'm gonna be with them. If I have to find myself battling to be around you and hang out with you and have a conversation with you, and it seems belittling or demeaning every effing time you try me, I'm gonna find myself with another, group of women who we could just laugh and have fun with. So I love that about Sanya, and I just feel like Sanya was like, girl, can you be trying me?
We'll see.
I don't know how many more chances I'm gonna be able to get this lady. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna call and I'm gonna ask her, but I didn't take the shade. I didn't. I was like, girl, me too. I'd be the same way. And if I say it once, I can say it again. So, and she know it's gonna be posted. She knew it was gonna be reviewed. But when I first saw it, I was like, I don't even think she's shady. I think she's genuinely concerned about their relationship and whether or not this woman's gonna say yes and how she gonna feel if she say no.
And they literally just became friends because, like, what did Kenya say at that? Basically, it's almost like they're on the trial run.
Mm-hmm. Well, so I mean, you can't get mad at Sanya, or you can't get mad at Kenya either. You hanging out with women who don't like me. Well, one main woman who don't like me,
right?
Who always got my name in her mouth, and just like and I felt Kandi when she checked Sanya. And what did you say?
Okay.
When they see her laughing and kikiing about me. Oh, I mean, I laughed. I ain't say nothing. Well, she gonna look at you sideways, and now y'all friendship looking a certain kind of way. And Sanya got to understand that. And of course, Kenya looking at her sideways, like, I don't know, we gonna see. But I think she be trying the newbies too hard.
Yeah, I'm just like,
I think Kenya tries the newbies too hard. Like, ain't nobody about to battle to be your friend, sugar. You ain't.
It's part of the. It seems like it is part of the Housewives things. Like, somebody new come in, they can't just walk in smooth and easy. Like, somebody gotta give them something or whatever. So
it's hazy. We all agree. It's hazy.
You got to prove your place.
Right. Do you belong?
Why are you here?
Right. Oh God. So anyway, go ahead.
No, and it's like, and who you think you finna be clicked up with?
So next, Kenya is doing her Kenya Moore hair care commercial, and so she couldn't perform it at I forgot what the name of the classic was, but when they went to Alabama, so she decided to make a commercial. And cute Brooklyn made an appearance. She really was so cute. And when I say they must be practicing that twirl, because she had that twirl down. I was like, okay, really? Yes. Now I will say, similar, I think Kandi does it best, but Kenya will take something and basically profit off of it as well. Mm-hmm. Kandi has it down, but Kenya will do it a little bit too, because she done stretched that Kenya Moore hair care thing out. But her hair care stuff is doing well. I went to the store one time. It was a Black-owned beauty supply place, and the lady was just like, this Kenya Moore stuff is really good. She was just like, I know, people may or may not like her, but her stuff is good. I was like, okay. But anyway, surprise Roy shows up.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Oh, go ahead. Back up. Okay.
Michelle always has her receipts. She always comes with evidence. every single time. Now that time she wasn't being messy.
I was not. No, she actually, because I think I was looking for hair or
I've
hair.
never seen it in stores.
I said, well, it was like a black-owned place, and I saw it. Oh, like in CVS or something. I think I saw it there. But I never thought about getting it because I don't know. I never thought about it. I was just like, I think Kenya.
I'm natural. She can't do nothing for me.
Yeah. So, well, I'm natural too, but underneath, she can do something for me.
I am not judging. Locks are different. Locks are different.
Okay. Yes. Not as much maintenance. Anyway, don't even get into this mess. But anyway, Roy shows up, and he's handsome. He's like I don't know, like a handsome looking guy. Like he's not cute or anything, but just handsome. He's a handsome guy. He seemed nice. He had food in tow, but he also seemed to know Brooklyn. Did y'all find that interesting? Because she was like, you remember him? And then like when he cut out, he said something to Brooklyn, like, I'll see you later. It was something he said to her that seemed like he was somewhere familiar with her. So this is not just like a fly-by-night guy, it seems. Because I don't think she introducing everybody.
Or somebody she got for the show.
But I mean, I know she got people for the show in the past, and I believe I don't put nothing past her bring them guys to the show. But I don't think she's gonna introduce them to her daughter for the show.
That's back when I disliked her because she did a little too much to be on.
Yeah,
she was funny though. She was always funny, but I didn't. She used to just do stuff that made me go, "Girl, I like you, but damn, you got some stupid stuff that you do." Now I hate to say it, like I like her.
And some people say Brooklyn softened her. Like she still got her shady side and other stuff like that, but you like her. She's likable now.
Honestly, to me, from the beginning, she was a little too provocative. She did shit that made you want to whip her ass. And it was like, see,
she had them Zeus bodyguards. Wasn't nobody gonna thump her.
Nah, see, she had got thumped. That's why. If Portia wouldn't have thumped that ass, she would have never thought she was a bodyguard in the first place. And she needed to get thumped. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even fool Portia dumb ass like that. But when she snatched her ass up, when she wrapped her up, I felt it. I felt it in my soul. I said, see, you gotta keep there's only so much you could play in somebody's face before they just be. I feel like Monique Samuels. Ain't her last name Samuels?
Oh yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I felt like Monique.
Well,
Samuels.
but for now, because you know they getting divorced, right?
Stop it.
Yes,
they are, honey. Yes, they are.
Yes.
And he looking good. He looking like a whole zaddy.
Did she cheat?
I didn't get to see what exactly happened. Did they say? I don't think. Did anybody cheat? Seemed like they were struggling even on the last season I watched.
They were just in that place where they realized after all these years, they're going in the way she describes it, they're going into two different people. And then right after they, announced this divorce, a week or two later, I see he looking like a whole scrumptious zaddy. I said, girl, I even got his ass back. You ain't gonna know where zaddy. I see what you want.
Now honestly, I feel like, because remember, we didn't switch shows, but his mama did not like her. And I feel like she did not love him. She just married him for the money and was like, we'll learn to love later or something like that. And I don't think it happened. Yeah. She got her 3 kids. Is it 3? Yeah, 3 kids. So
from the little bit that I got, it seemed like, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
What'd you say?
I didn't say nothing.
From the little bit that I got. From Potomac,
you may have a
piece that I got. Oh, okay. From the Potomac, from the little pieces that I got from it, I thought that maybe he was crass and really one-sided about he might have been old school and one-sided about how relationships should go as far as like the woman's role, That's what I got, like even back then. And if they ended up being back on television, because I think what was it, Married to Whatever? Or
Love and
Marriage. Love and Marriage. That was the other one, because she was on
Love
Potomac.
and Marriage. That's when they said, yeah. Yeah. So whenever they were on that, it sounded like their relationship unraveled on screen. And I'm like, I think it was unraveling before, because if you married this man young because he had money and because he was a football player, and he's obviously older than you, and you're starting to grow into a woman that is desiring more in your 40s, he gonna have a problem with the change.
Yeah.
And he's old school too. Like, he's older, like he's about to have a problem with the changes you're gonna have. And I think that a lot of times in marriage, a lot of people don't understand that you're gonna grow together, and you're gonna have to accept the new versions that you're finna get, because each
Yeah.
lesson the person gets, they're gonna evolve from. So like the core of the person is gonna be the same, but it's new respects and new boundaries that's gonna be set for y'all to work better. And I don't think he was respecting them.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I
Or
can't remember, but it seems like she may have sold herself as um, like I will take care of you. I'll, like that. And so that's what he liked. And then once she had them kids and started to do her own thing, then that, yeah, yeah, that didn't work.
girl, all of us back in the day was selling that damn dream. It just was not. And that's why you laughing, because you know it's the damn truth. In your 20s, I dance for you. I cook and clean and wake up and do my makeup, and I'm gonna do this to keep fit. And then 10 years later, you realize that's crackhead shit. No, you ain't either. You ain't finna do it all. You can't do it all. You one damn person. Y'all a team. Y'all both got to do it. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Like, and once that, like, something about them 30s, between 30s and 40s, and them babies, some marriages last and some crumble. That's all.
I'm gonna make it. That's true.
Some of them make it, and that shit happening on TV. That's all.
Yeah.
And
And
then
with
she's not solely dependent on his money anymore.
right, that's the thing too.
So it's
Yeah.
like, you're not gonna have this way that you think that you have. Well, that's what you sold me 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, hell no, I'm not gonna keep that shit up. Nobody can. I read a look. I know a girl from back in the day. She used to cook, clean. She would brag every day on the internet about how she was cooking, cleaning, working a job, caring for the kids, doing this. I'm superwoman. I'm superwoman. I'm superwoman. 5 years into it, she was talking about self-care.
Okay, I'm like, she tired. She tired.
And almost lost her husband. Okay.
Okay.
I said,
Now,
this
we done reviewed 5 shows and 3 books.
whole lifetime. I'm just saying, you can't keep all that shit going. You're gonna need a partner in life. You can't do it all.
Oh my gosh.
Superwoman ain't real, goddamn it. That's a fictional character.
What y'all think about Roy? Other than, I don't know if y'all think he real fake, but just as a guy, does he seem like from the few minutes he was on, because he cut out pretty quick?
That wasn't our first time seeing him. That was our second time
seeing him, but like I thought they just showed him like on the phone before. Like that was to me that wasn't our first time seeing him like physically walking in somewhere, because I thought he was like on the phone before.
You thought he was a phone thing?
Yeah, he was.
No. I'm just saying, like, that's the last. I don't remember seeing him like fully like that. I thought I just saw him like on the phone or in a car or something. But anyway,
he cool. He got money.
Yeah, clearly he carries himself like he got something. And Kenya wouldn't be talking to him if he didn't. But
he got BDE,
of course.
Yeah.
He got BDE. I like that.
So while she was at the event, Sanya calls, and they kind of show that where she agrees to host, and she didn't seem like she hesitated at all, but she did mention that this is the second time Sanya done called and booked her without going to her agent.
So she got to make her money.
Yeah, that's true.
I ain't mad at her.
They had a little section with Drew with her mom and her sister where she was talking about her sister who's like 20 years older than her, but her sister had done all this stuff in the industry, and she looks slightly familiar. Like she has a familiar looking face to me. I don't know her, but she just looks like, oh, I've seen her somewhere, like, but she apparently like used to write on these shows and has done businesses, so she's been in the industry, so we probably at least seen her. But she never took a break, never took a vacation. And I think that's something that women probably definitely in the 80s and 90s had to prove themselves. So like you were talking about self-care, that wasn't a term back then. So they were constantly working and they felt guilty about vacations. So she broke down literally and went to like a mental health treatment facility.
At
And
least twice.
yeah, and that's when
Because
all
she
the stuff
mentioned the
started
first
coming
one that I went to. So therefore that meant that it had to have been at least two.
yeah.
I mentioned a second time too.
And so she's working all that out. And she said something about happy that they let me come and stay during this transition. And then Kandi on Speak On It mentioned that something she said was like, oh, and while she's living with them, like she actually moved in. So I thought they were just visiting for the weekend, but it sounds like she's going to be there throughout the rest of the season. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with her. But hopefully that's a sign to others to take your vacation. Because when I tell you something, if something happened to you, they're going to move on. That job going to move on. They're going to feel it. It's going to be there. So
They're gonna be sorry for your, sorry for your loss and your family, and that's it.
right. Yes. So on to Sheree and this OG dinner. When I tell you I was looking forward to this OG dinner because I was like, ooh. But okay, we'll talk about it. I will say the ladies are all looking really good. Of course, it's the camera and stuff like that, but they all are looking good. Lisa Wu, Deshaun Snow, and Kim Z. Now, have y'all been watching from the beginning? Like, do y'all
Yes.
remember them from season 1? Okay. And so,
I don't
this is
remember
like,
the one with the short hair.
you don't remember her?
She was only on the
Nope.
first season, Deshaun.
Only on the first season, yeah. And she, just like the appearance and what she did at the dinner, very sweet, but not she not
Vocal.
gonna bring drama, not memorable, but
She wasn't
I feel like-
vocal. She didn't
Yeah.
go to nothing. She ain't do nothing. She was
Right.
always at home.
and I feel like she was honestly pivotal for the season 1 because I think it was Nene and her that were the housewives. And I think like she must have been known because her husband was famous in the Atlanta area. So it was probably like, okay, let's make this show big. But she didn't bring anything to the show that season. But
She wouldn't jeopardize her family. For
yeah,
ratings.
I mean, they ended up getting a divorce after, which I was shocked because they just seemed like a normal, happy married couple. But when Kim Zolciak arrived, did y'all hear her say the only thing she got from her mom is her jeans?
Yeah.
Something like that. And I'm like, are you saying you look like that because of your mama jeans? Because honey, she was getting work done like season 1. Remember, like she kept getting work done. So I hope she made this. And then she said, cheers to being real. I didn't know if she meant like naturally everything that you are is natural or real. But they were talking about looks. So I'm just like, I think Deshaun the only one that looked like she didn't have anything done. Like she just had her makeup done really well. But everybody
That was the most attractive woman I have ever seen in my life.
you said
Who's
she's
that?
the what?
Kim Zolciak is the most unattractive woman I've ever seen in my life on television that they gave the show.
She does have. I will say, I don't think she's unattractive, but she worked hard for how she looks. It's not natural at all. But the only highlights I got from this dinner. What you say? I don't know. I can't hear you. Say it again.
I said she's also mad unattractive. I just think she's ugly.
Oh
I think she got an ugly spirit that go along with them ugly
Now she's a Taurus.
ugly ass wigs. And anybody who was giving that woman money, I don't give a damn. I don't care. Me too. So she should feel it when she hears it. If and when she hears it, she should know. Taurus Nation speaking on it. Some ugly ass lips you keep getting injected, some ugly ass wigs. And that ugly ass.
I will say she does have an ugly spirit for sure. Because she mentioned about Kandi. Yeah, she was just like, well, Kandi, hugged me, and that don't mean the beef is squashed though. Like, and Kandi on Speak On It was like, what beef? How long ago was that? So it's almost like Kim doesn't have anything to bring, so she had to bring up like the only thing she could drag, which was that tardy for the party mess.
And then trying to come for Kandi, talking about you had to hold me back, honey. Of all the people, Kenya would have dog walked your ass like she was Jocelyn Hernandez. What was you going to do?
Because Jocelyn will dog walk. Oh my God.
baby. Them big old biceps on Jocelyn. Come on. I feel
Oh
like
my,
and Kenya, and I have that much faith in Kenya, but I think she been learning just in case she had to whoop Marlo ass. She been learning how to fight. After
okay.
that last time Portia dragged that ass.
Oh my gosh, you like, y'all ain't gonna catch me no more. Okay.
You better learn how to fight. Out that mouth.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so yeah, Sheree mentioned she's a grandma and her little cute grandbaby made another appearance. And I do think that she does kind of look like her grandmother. I
Yeah.
mean, not like twins, but you could tell, like,
No,
oh
not
yeah,
twins.
yeah. And I think the only highlights they're going to Portugal, not Spain, Kenya. They're going to Portugal for
Oh
a
my
trip
God.
that's part of Sheree's healing journey.
Kenya
And
had a Portia moment. Lord.
right. I was like, oh.
I've never been to Spain before, and you won't be.
Right, and they had the shade. Them producers had the shade.
Sorry, friend. Sorry,
But you know
friend.
what? They had to get her because she's good for getting other people for
That's
getting
true.
things mixed up.
That
So I
is
thought that
true.
was really funny.
And then
So let
want
me
to
see
talk
what
that
else.
noise about being late in the proper protocol. You don't follow it, so how you hold everybody else to it?
That is so
You
true.
one-sided ass.
So
Love you, kidney, but you one-sided as hell. I would ignore your ass every day about
very.
all your rules.
But yeah, I mean, I think the OG dinner. I think they also brought up they brought up Kim's foreclosure because she said her marriage was doing good after 11 years, but she said it's not true. I think that was the only thing, but it didn't really give like the way they pumped it up. I thought I was gonna be so excited. I was like,
The
I
OG
guess they
dinner,
go.
the OG dinner was a wash for me.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was like, oh, look who used to be on the show. And now you guys reminded me why you want
Okay.
more.
Yeah, why they're gone, why they're no longer there. Yeah.
Y'all so
Lisa
not
might bring something, but I don't know. I think because the show is elevated so much, you got to bring so much more. But
yes, and I just feel like I felt like Sheree ass is living in the past. Girl, if you don't let them bitches go,
right.
they don't need no
I,
camera time. Your dinners are supposed to be just y'all. You don't bring the cameras to that mess. That wasn't
yeah,
nothing. They didn't give what it was supposed to give, honey.
yeah. Well, the pressure is about to get worse. That's what she said. The pressure is getting worse. Anyway, at Sanya's brunch. So her and her sister, I need to get the full tea on her and her sister, but clearly she's not treating her any better. They need to communicate better because they were speaking. It was a patois or something, but
Hmm.
Woo! Creole, baby.
oh,
Patois.
okay.
Patois is Jamaican. Um, Creole is Haitian. She's Haitian, right?
I thought she was Jamaican.
Was she Jamaican? Oh, well, they was definitely speaking patois. I take it
Oh,
back. I
okay.
don't know.
And but they of course said at the bottom what they were saying, but her sister was like, "Why you keep doing this to me or whatever?" And what I got from it was basically you didn't tell me what time I was supposed to be here. The cameras are here,
And I
and
look like whatever.
I'm looking a hot mess. and I got a husband, I got kids, I got your child, and it's a lot on me. So you need to do better. And Sanya clearly agreed. She started crying. I don't know if she's gonna do better, but
She
we'll see.
not. Listen, she not. And I just want to put one finger up to say my apologies for forgetting that she was Jamaican. Two, I absolutely loved that they started speaking patois in front of
Mm,
everybody. Just like, even though they had to tell them what was said, I really
mhm.
loved that culture part of
Yeah.
just seeing them breaking, like the fact that they know it, the fact that they just
Hmm.
broke out and just started having a conversation because obviously they speak patois all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think I love her sister, even though I think she's jealous.
Now, why do
I
you think she's
don't know.
jealous?
I don't
I
think
don't
she's
think it's a
jealous.
jealousy. No. I don't think it's a jealousy of I hate that my sister has something that I don't have. I think it's a jealousy of she's in control of all these things. You know what I'm saying? And she's got all this stuff going on. And because I love her, I'm there for her. But I don't have because honestly, if she had her own stuff going on, she'd still be there for her sister, but it'd be in a different capacity. But then it's also that frustration that's my sister. I'm gonna be there for her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
I
guess
think
I'm
she's
just.
jealous because she doesn't have, not like a I hate my sister jealousy,
Mhm.
but like I don't have my stuff together to not have to operate under Sanya's umbrella. So I have to do all these things. But then at the same time, there's the conflict if I think Sanya is, or am I supposed to say it's Sanya, right?
I say Sanya, but
Oh,
we know who
whatever.
you're talking about.
I pronounce it like I see it spelled. Goddamn. I feel like Sanya is a little selfish
I agree
because
with that.
everybody's operating under your umbrella, and you're wrapped up into this juicy world of Real Housewives stuff. You don't tell your sister there's cameras rolling. First of all, like I give me a choice not to put on makeup. Give me a choice not to be bad while I'm doing your hair.
Hmm.
Tell me what's going on with all this stuff, just as a sister. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? Like, you don't tell nobody nothing to the last minute, and I'm completely operating off of everything you got going on. And I feel like that's part of the reason she didn't come back. She felt disrespect, and I think she has a little bit of sibling like jealousy.
I guess I don't see it as jealousy. I think
I
it's
do.
just, and sometimes it's like because it's your family, you may not like show them how much you appreciate it, or you may not see how much they're doing for you. And I think she just wants to be appreciated and wants you to know, look, I'm doing all this for you. I'm gonna do it because you're my sister, but I need you to be respectful and show me appreciation. Like that's what I feel. I guess I don't see it as jealousy because I feel like Sanya pulled them into her world. I don't think they begged to come in. Like she asked them to help because they're probably cheaper for sure. If get a real hairstylist, a real assistant, a real
So,
artist, nanny, they're gonna be a lot more expensive than your family. So she just needs
mhm.
to realize everything that they got on their plate. But yeah, so
I
I,
feel like it's a little jealousy because she ain't get herself into that.
what you mean she didn't get herself in?
She ain't get herself on TV.
But I don't. I mean, honestly, I don't know if not that she don't want to be on TV, but I don't think you know, like some people seek the spotlight. I don't. I didn't get that from her sister. Her
No, I
husband.
don't think she's seeking the spotlight. I think she's seeking her own life. And like she's just
That
wrapped up in Sanya's world. And that I think it's like, damn, if she had something
And the
going
fact that her
on,
husband was like, get out the
it would
house,
be nothing.
that was a whole nother level of like disrespect. Like, you want us to leave? Peace. See how y'all do without us.
Now I felt her husband was disrespectful.
Yeah.
I
And he
did.
clearly he at Allstick, so he don't know what they do. He just
That's why
know
that's why I feel like he disrespectful. And then he gonna sit up there and send the message through Sanya and your ass in Texas. If you
right.
don't shut your ass
Looking
up
good, by
while
the
I'm
way. He's
taking
looking
care of
good
your
in Texas,
child,
but still.
What'd you
like
say,
I'm like,
Michelle?
I say he looking good in Texas, but still. It's
lady,
disrespectful.
look. I think it's so much that I ain't said because Sanya does a good job. Sanya and her family do a good job of acting like, I mean, presenting an issue, but acting like they supposed to act when the camera's rolling. There's something
Hmm.
going on under there.
Yes.
And that's why for me, again, I don't think it's I want my sister's medals. I want my sister's accolades. I want my sister's this. It's like, no, I think the jealousy stems from God, my sister has this, and I love her, and I'm gonna be here for this, and this. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my sister. But damn, I wish I had my own shit going on so she couldn't use me like this. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Because you're totally invested in it. Because what the hell else are you doing? Because if you
Man,
had something else going on, you'd have been doing something else.
but we'll see. I don't know if they're gonna bring because they didn't bring them up in the mid-season preview, um, but in case the at the event the ladies start arriving, Kenya's still not there. By the way, she is still in hair and makeup and getting this dress done, but she's gonna be better late than ugly, she says. But what do y'all think about her complaining about that seating arrangement? At first, I was just like, "Girl, if you don't come," but I thought about it. I was just like, "Okay." She agreed. I'm assuming it's a charity event, so she agreed to do this thing for free for you. The least you can do is sit her plus one next to her. Like it shouldn't be that hard. And she agreed to sit at a different table, but I don't know. I don't know.
Sanya should have had her at the table with her guests. I don't give a damn which housewife was sitting next to who. Sanya should have had the girl sitting at the table with her own guests. She
And
plus
I was
one.
like, y'all call her the day
She's
of?
already
Like,
coming. You should have had her already automatically seated at the table with the guests. That whole
So this is my question. Do you think possibly production said, "Hey, all the ladies are going to be here. Do you think it's possible that you see all the ladies at one table just to make it
100%.
easier on us?" But Kenya was like, "Nah, forget that.
Yeah,
I want my person seated right next to me."
that's exactly what I think happened. But I think that as the ladies are growing and their businesses are growing and they're working with production, I think that's when you have the gonads to push back. Like this isn't how I'm gonna participate in this, and I'm okay with, you know, because essentially it's like I understand they're the clique, they're who being recorded, but I've seen other times where they had other people around them. You know what I mean?
yeah. And I felt like it was
So
Sonya's event. So they like I know our production had
she could
some
have done
say,
what
but
she
they
wanted
don't have a say over everything, I didn't think. But in
to.
case she ends up coming
And
an
she
hour
been
and
RSVP.
a half. Say that again.
I said she been RSVP with a plus one. That shit wasn't late.
Yeah,
You
so
always
that
know if Kenny's coming with somebody, one of her stylists, one of her friends. She's always coming with somebody,
yeah. So
especially if it's somebody she don't fool with.
right. So anyway, all the ladies come and they get to the mommy awards, which Sheree ended up getting a mommy award and Cairo came to present it. So that was cute. Always good to see Cairo. He is a little awkward, but he is very handsome. But then Kenya, she does her auctioneer thing, right? And so they have I guess different levels, and it seems like the highest level was $5,000. So her goal was $50,000, and King was like, "It's 50,000 at that table," and all them girls that be wearing the brands and popping down $5,000-$10,000 at the stores, all of a sudden their eyes bucked like $10,000 where, 50,000 where, or whatever. So
50,000 divided by 7 is what?
right, like carry the two. But Kenya
Hmm.
did. She gave her 5,000 first, and Kandi was like, "I'll match you with
I'll
the
match it.
5,000." Now it was a little delay, and on speak on it, Kandi said that they showed a lot of grace to Sheree and Marlo because she said it took them a long time to agree to that 5,000. She was like, Sheree kept saying, "I'm a new grandma" and all this kind of stuff, and Marlo just didn't want to do it or whatever. But they eventually ended up giving the 5,000. I was like, do y'all remember when Marlo had I think it was for Sheree, it was for somebody, but it was like, I'm gonna do this for you, like she was doing something for Sheree, and it was basically Sheree shopping in her house, and Sheree had to spend like $10,000 or $12,000 to, y'all remember that episode? It was like last season, and she was like, let's do this for Sheree, because she going through something, so I'm gonna have something at my house for her. And when she got there, it was a where Sheree can go shopping, but Marlo wasn't paying. Like Sheree was
Oh
paying,
yeah, I do remember. I
and the
remember. I
total was
remember. I
like
remember.
$12,000. I was like, don't invite me to nothing where I gotta drop $12,000. Oh
Baby,
my god,
that ain't you. That's for you.
right? That's absolutely for you. But I'm glad that it was a success. They raised $78,000. Kenya was a great host. I did not care for her look that much, but
I do. I liked
you
it.
liked it? I don't know. I didn't care for that look, but
I
she
liked
did what
it.
she needed to do.
I like the dress. I've seen the dress before.
Mhm.
Um, I like the dress. I think that it's for the fashion, like those fashionista girls.
I guess maybe the event. I guess because everybody is in like business suits. I don't know. Like I don't know. And she was hosting,
Oh
but
no, I don't think
I
it
just
was
didn't like.
appropriate. I thought it was a bit different than what was expected to be worn, but I did like it.
But yeah, so that was the end of the episode. Looks like the ladies are headed to Portugal, and in the mid-season trailer, Todd's movie is coming out, and Drew is doing a wonderful job acting with this lady.
Were those air quotes? Acting?
No. She really is doing
Is the lady
acting. No.
was,
see if it's real.
was the lady Thai?
I don't
That
think
was the
No,
name
I'm
that was
talking about the
given.
lady that they're saying that she was.
I
It
don't know.
was
If Tyson
the other
specifics.
lady.
I don't know the specifics. I don't know if
Yeah.
the woman she was acting with was the Thai woman, or Thai just happened to be part of the part of the movie, and the two of them click. I don't know.
Yeah, but it sounds like that's most of the season gonna be around that drama with Drew and her possibly cheating and yeah, with the lady. So we'll see how that goes. Sanya's gonna be pregnant. I saw something with Bob. He coming back looking a hot mess as he usually does.
Who is
Drew
that? Sheree?
Married to Sheree,
Whitfield.
ex-husband.
Yes. And what's interesting is Cairo looks like Bob, but it's like what Bob wish he could look like or something like that, because even back in the day, Bob didn't look good. It's not like he got older and kind of fell off. He never, but Sheree said she never was into looks. So,
and I believe that.
Yeah, I believe it too.
I don't.
You don't? Why not?
Everybody she dated has not been. Actually, the current guy she has is the most handsome she's ever had. I've seen on the show.
I see Sheree's beauty, but I mean,
I ain't saying they can be gross.
What'd you say, Erica?
I see she's beauty, but Ray got face. Am I breaking up?
Is she breaking up for you?
I'm breaking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, we're pretty much done with the episode. Yeah, I don't know if the mid-season trailer. Go ahead.
It's a strong face.
Sheree has a strong face. I thought it. Yeah, it keeps breaking up, like she frozen. But that was the end of the episode. So we'll see what happens in Portugal. I'm assuming it must not be too much drama.
No,
they
I don't think so.
Any of that. So maybe it was a real healing trip for Sheree and all that kind of stuff. But we'll see. But
Kandi did say that she can only make it there for 3 days or something like that. I did see that in the image that we saw kind of letting us know what we would see further on. She wasn't in that. So I don't know how much of the drama Kandi will be involved in, especially since they didn't show it, because so far Kandi has always been in the drama this season.
That's true.
So I don't know if she's going to be involved in what happens in Portugal.
Yeah.
I think she's been involved in enough.
Right. Give up break. But yes, it was fun, y'all. Until next time, I'm assuming I don't think this is a break, but we'll see if they show it this week, because they already took a break around the 4th. But if so, we'll see y'all next week.
All right. See y'all. Y'all have a good one. Oh, y'all, before we go, don't forget to kiss the subscribe button, click on the like button, share us on all your social media, nibble on that notification button, and make love to our senses in the comments. Love y'all.